I'm Peter Goodhand. I'm the CEO of the Global Alliance for Genomics and Health, but I've spent most of the last 30 years involved in research, particularly cancer research, from many different perspectives.
Yeah, my name's Judith Dawson, and my question is, how can you make sure that cancer research is not biased?
It's no one individual's responsibility to make sure that cancer research is well constructed, well delivered, and avoids bias. And I think what the individual researcher, what the institute, what the funder has got to be saying is, are we making a real difference in the field of cancer treatments and diagnosis that impacts all people, the people we're trying to serve? For an institute like OICR, we can also look at where are the gaps, where are other people not doing work that we believe we can do really well, or where can we bring a special perspective to a piece of cancer research. But for the system to be balanced and not biased, it needs everybody from funder all the way through to the junior researcher thinking in terms of how do I make the biggest impact for the biggest number of people. The critical thing to think about in avoiding bias in cancer research is first be very aware, very conscious of the potential for bias. Where can it come from? How can it represent itself? And then recognizing where there is the potential for bias, then think everywhere from the largest funder to the most junior researcher, how can I make sure that the work we're funding, the work we as an institute are supporting, the people we're hiring, the research we're doing is conscious of bias and can therefore work to avoid it. And my lens always would be, where is the greatest burden of disease? Where can we have the biggest impact for the most number of people? Here we would think of, in Ontario, in Canada, in my work at Global Alliance, I would think of where can we have the greatest impact for all humanity? And that means it's incredibly important to ensure that we've got inclusion in our research and we don't have bias according to one ancestry or one part of the world, and only focus on that. So bias can come from lots of places. Step one, be aware of the potential for bias, and then deliberately and consciously design your research in a way that can overcome that bias and serve the greatest number of people.